At the bottom, we have the Raid Protoss. Artosi's new favorite.
Slayer's Alicia.
Slayer's Alicia.
Slayer's Alicia. Not a girl. See? Right there. Definitely not a girl.
6 wins. 0 loss so far.
Yeah.
That's another 0 loss for you.
Oh, you're
wow.
right. Huh. I should come up before the matches start and grab the stat sheet off the keyboard so I'm not looking at it right as we cast. His APM getting into the yellow range, it looks like.
At the top, we have the blue Terran from OGS.
oGsSuperNova.
oGsSuperNova. He's so hot, he doesn't need a coat. Just in a t-shirt. He's going Nada style. Just wearing the t-shirt.
I mean, look at all these players. They have great stats. Hardly dropping a single game.
Yeah.
2-0ing Startail Squirtle, who
That
almost
was a
all
bit of a
queue
surprise.
GSTL.
Yeah. So, oGsSuperNova, our blue Terran player. Now, he had kind of an interesting TVP strategy when we saw him play on Shakura's Plateau a couple days against Killer. He actually went for Tank Marine, which is it's effective, but it's really not something you see quite as much in TVP lately. So I'm curious to see what he's going to do in this match. Actually, I'm really curious to see what he tries.
Well, both this player, Alicia, has played 2 Terrans in GSL Code so far, and Supernova has also played 2 Protosses in Code. And as you said, I mean, he did a really interesting build against a Protoss player, but that was because it was adjacent spawn, so it's going to be easier for him to ship his siege tanks over. Now, Crossfire Assy, it's very far away, so it's really common. I mean, one of his most standard strat for this map is actually going for Bio Ball, early Bio Ball, so we might see what's going on. Bring an SCV to scout, and Alicia making sure there's no early expansion from Supernova there.
Yeah, that would be a very good logical thing to do too. One thing that Supernova might want to do though is check the gold bases, because last time Alicia played on Crossfire, he did a pretty early hidden gold base. So if Supernova's done his homework, like Kelly and I have, he'll want to check that gold base, see if there's anything there. There's not right now.
This first Zealot is gonna spot. Hopefully he doesn't spot the early Marauder push.
Yeah, we'll see. It looks like Marine driving away that probe there, but the Zealot is there to follow up. There's the Marauder. Concussive shells have not finished quite yet. Probe does go down, and it looks like that Zealot's going to need to make a run for it. Another sad Zealot wishing he had charge. Poor Zealots.
Getting a Stalker out already. Supernova actually choosing to go for an early expansion for this one.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty common thing to do in TVP. You want to get that expansion up early. It looks like that Zealot, though, might go down trying to get in a couple hits with the side blades before it dies, but no such luck. That Zelganaga tower is secure at the moment.
Looks like Alicia is going to go for 3-gate expand.
Yep.
That's what it seems like at the moment, guys.
I would say that's a pretty good assessment. He does have 2 gases. He can get a lot of sentries out. Helps him be very secure with that expansion against Bio Balls. He can cut them right in half. And Crossfire is actually a really good map to be able to do that with sentries. It's very, very difficult to do early bio pressure with those kind of medium-sized Bio Balls, as the sentries are so powerful.
Well, it's also because of how big the map is. For this map, I know we talked about it before, but Crossfire Assy, for you guys who are just tuned in, it's very important to get map control on high grounds, especially if you're a Terran. Looks like he's going to get siege tanks.
Wow.
Really interesting.
Yeah, actually that is really surprising. We've got a shot of it just a second ago, but it's siege tanks and siege mode being researched by oGsSuperNova. Slayer's Alicia getting his expansion up as usual. So, you know, I mean, it is a long way for tanks to go, but the paths on this map are so narrow, theoretically you could possibly control it pretty well with siege tanks, I'd say. We'll have to wait and see how it is, because I mean, it's such a fine line to walk between making that distance count, getting everything sieged up at the right time, a little bit of aggression coming out from Slayer's Alicia. But this game has certainly gotten pretty interesting really fast.
Gonna go ahead and get a Starport and an Engineering Bay at the moment. I hope that is actually for Banshee, because Banshee for this map has proven to be very effective so far.
Yeah. Yeah, Banshees definitely would be good getting that expansion down there. Alicia does see it. Looks like another bunker going up for oGsSuperNova. Meanwhile, back at the base of Slayer's Alicia, not a lot going on, but it looks like now he knows there's siege tanks there. Taking some fire, actually taking a little bit more hits than he probably should have.
Oh, Zealots have a lot of life, so that's fine. Actually getting a tech lab on Starport, so we might see a Banshee, even if it's just for scouting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the same build that we did see on Shakura's Plateau, where he is going to be getting that Banshee as well to get some vision in certain areas, do some scouting, maybe a little bit of damage.
And then he follows up with Raven after that.
Yep. Yeah, Raven with the point defense drone, of course, works very well against any stalkers in a Protoss army composition. Really overall, I mean, Marine, tank, Banshee, you know, throw a couple Marauders in there is a very effective push against Protoss on most maps. And there it is, there's the hidden gold. Slayer's Alicia must like doing that on this map. So the question is, will oGsSuperNova have watched the previous match from 2 days ago and know to scout that? Now the expansion this time is going up a little bit later, I would say, than it did before in the previous one.
Well, it looks like he really is going for a Banshee. His first Banshee is almost up. He's not getting cloaked though, so very high possibility he's going to follow that up with a Raven. Looks like he's going to get
a Dark Shrine. It's on the production queue. We'll get a shot of it in just a second.
And for sure he was going to go for charge more than Blink, because the charge is effective against siege tanks. Blink not so much for you in this situation. And it looks like Supernova is going for the Raven.
Yeah, the Raven is a pretty typical follow-up to making one Banshee. The question is, will that Banshee be able to do damage? And the bigger question is, will he see that Dark Shrine? Banshee moving in right now to the base of Slayer's Alicia. Here it comes. It looks like it's just going to stop and do some damage at the mineral line. One Stalker's not going to be enough, though. oGsSuperNova wanting to keep that Banshee at high health. He's going to pull that back a little bit. Good idea there, if that's going to be something that's going to be part of the composition a little bit later.
I think you kind of wish that he went the other way earlier, so he could have spotted the early goal base from Alicia.
Yeah, you know, I'm actually really surprised. I don't think we've seen any scouting at all from Supernova in that part of the map. Yeah, I just looked at Supernova's vision right now, and he has not sent a unit over there yet. So,
Supernova looks like he's going to go at either get map control or push right now. Moving out with his army with a semi-marauder ball and a lot of Marines. Sees a DT because of the Raven.
That is actually hugely bad for Slayer's Alicia. Those DTs were supposed to do something a lot better than just die. But the Raven allowing oGsSuperNova to see that. A couple Marines out of position there. But the army for Supernova, though, is going to need to pull back because Slayer's Alicia has snuck around the back. He's going to move in right now. Going after the bunker first. The siege tank is firing from the high ground.
Oh.
That siege tank taken out, though. Repair going down on the bunker, but some nice force fields preventing some repair. Here comes the army for oGsSuperNova, but it's trapped behind the force fields. That other siege tank does go down. Alicia is going to be able to cause some pretty decent damage, I'd say.
Supernova caught totally out of position in that one. Has a garden shield up, is in the base of Supernova. Supernova is being blocked outside the base at the moment with a force field. It looks like he's going to suffer a big damage on his economy on this one. Zealots in his base, so many Zealots in his base in the base right now. SCVs are just trying to get out of the way. Needs to really try to get his army in to defend this one.
Yeah, charge allowing those Zealots to close pretty quickly, but here comes the bio for oGsSuperNova. He's going to be able to clear up the Zealots. I can't talk today, Kelly, pretty quick. And that was a scary moment for oGsSuperNova.
Having a look at his, at the workers count, we do have 53 probes for Alicia and 47 SCVs for Supernova.
Scanning to take out that pylon right now. And Alicia getting Blink as well. Stim on the way for oGsSuperNova.
This is actually quite a late steam for Supernova. Supernova wants to go again, even though he got caught out of position for that one. Must not lose his Raven. Raven's so crucial at this point of time. Sees all the Stalkers. Tries almost catch a couple of Stalkers there. I don't think he still doesn't know about the goal base.
No, he has no idea right now. So Alicia really trying to outmaneuver the army. Of course, it's not something that he can engage directly with that composition. Some siege tanks, though, ready for Alicia's army. And oGsSuperNova now knows that this is the time to push. Alicia doesn't really have a lot to defend against this. And Alicia might be in big trouble right now, sieging up outside the main of Slayers Alicia. All the probes coming off the line, trying to escape, but they'll be annihilated by the army of oGsSuperNova. This is hugely bad for Alicia. That expansion down, but remember, he does have that gold expansion as well, though.
And he has another expansion at the 11 o'clock position. You do see Supernova is going to go ahead and push in with this one because there is no defense coming in from Alicia. He's going to bring a couple of his charge lots and his stalkers in, but that's not going to be enough.
No, certainly not going to be enough. Even dropping a couple auto turrets there to defend against any aggression from his Protoss opponent, as his Bio takes up the main building, 3 bunkers at once. This is such a carefully thought out push by oGsSuperNova. I'm really impressed. But here comes all the Zealots. Zealots with speed, closing really, really fast. The Stalkers moving in, blinking into position to take out a lot of those siege tanks. It's not going to be enough, though.
Loses his whole army there, Alicia. He's slowly bunkering in, builds a command center there to ask Alicia to get out of the game. Supernova coming with another army. He's really the superstar today. Look at him.
The base. Slayers Alicia.
He says a mule is not enough.
No, a mule is not enough. He is building a base to specifically build more mules in his opponent's base. That is new. Now, the question is the command center going to finish? It might have time, because there is absolutely nothing that Alicia is doing right now to Supernova. That's actually going to be hilarious if the command center finishes.
But more units are coming and streaming in from Supernova on that one. I have to actually question Alicia's decision for this one. One of the first time I would question his decision, because he could actually went for a counter attack, but he decides to come and defend, loses his army, and I mean, he could have went for a counter attack. I could see him doing that and go for a base trade, but it looks like he didn't want to do that. Siege tank getting caught at the back, but doesn't really matter for Alicia.
He catches a couple tanks out of position there, but it's really not going to matter.
Well, the thing is, he has the gold base as well, and Supernova doesn't know that. He thinks he has won this one, but there's still 20 probes on the field. Some of them are mining on the gold base.
Yeah, the army tab, though, shows oGsSuperNova 131 over 48. So despite the fact that Alicia still has those 2 bases, I don't know, it's just not really going to matter. I'm surprised here. We do have the command center landing at the natural of Alicia. And it looks like Supernova did finally find that gold base. Not a secret anymore. Is the 12 o'clock still a secret, though? Looks like it's not.
We have all bases scouted by Supernova. He's going to go ahead and move his army and try to clean up this one. I'm getting medivacs to get drops for sure, easily. Alicia still wants to fight in this one, though.
Alicia not giving up yet. Never giving up, never surrendering. There's a Banshee, though, up at the 12 o'clock base doing a lot of damage. In the meantime, here comes Supernova going after some of the last production buildings.
Supernova actually splits his army into 2. A lot of Zealots on the field at the moment, but I don't think that's going to be enough against siege up tanks. He actually sees a amount of Zealots there, decides to siege up, steams up, actually gets caught by his tanks, might actually lose all his army in this one with the amount of Zealots that are there on the field at the moment. Alicia coming up on this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of Zealots right there. Looks like it was enough, but there's a GG anyway.
GG.
Slayers Alicia. Wow. Losing game 1. There's oGsSuperNova. He is a happy guy. He's got Coke. Why don't we have Coke, Kelly? He's got 3 cans. That's where our cans went. Supernova stole our Coke. I can't believe it.
Supernova also has a hot pad and we don't have hot pads.
I know. We don't have
hot pads. We got nothing today.
Coke. I've got some tea.
Got some tea. I got nothing, guys.
Good. It's actually cold. They were out of hot water, so I'm just drinking cold tea. It's such a rough day to be a caster at the GSL.
Alicia actually was severely behind in that match.
He was.
I mean,
it was very un-Alicia of him, I would say.
I actually thought he was kind of on top after he tried to break the base of Supernova.
Yeah.
But he didn't do as much damage as he should have. He should have went more for the workers instead of wasting his army trying